Yeah, the sign. Yeah, there you go. I haven't... I'll go over it. Oh, wait, we're about to start. We're only like a few minutes away. Okay, I may as well go over it then. So here's the real meat of the roleplay. Yeah, Brutal's here. I rolled it up after I finished yesterday. And like, I rolled a 1 and I looked at it. The 1 looked at me and like, okay. Here we are, 11. Allow me to introduce you all to Queen Lavinia the First. She is brutal and she is frugal. She is the final boss of the dynasty. As she is brutal, we're initially going to go for a military ambition. But because she's frugal, should our military ambition fail, we'll instead divert to a trade ambition. We're always going to execute someone if given the option. And we hate spending money. We want to avoid spending money. Generally speaking, we're also, as the final boss, we're pro-authority. We're in favour of barons, and we're in favour of hostility. How do I link my account? Yes, you'll have to open up the game. If you've got it on Steam, and then there should be a button on there to link it to Twitch. Mind, it won't update on today's stream, but on all future King of the Castle streams, you'll be able to use custom nobles. A very chaotic tale. It's gonna be one to be remembered. But there we go. But yeah, Salmon Delight, you'll do it all through the game, and then any future streams you get the highlighted banner that everyone else here has. And you also get to customize the nobles for your different houses. But with that said, we're gonna begin. Let's go on in and have a look at the state of the realm. As you can see, things are a bit ropey across the board for the old barons. Their military has taken a bit of a kicking. And they're not doing too hot on trade or farming. The other regions are fine. The patricians are massive at the moment. They are doing a lot of heavy lifting. But let's go through and introduce ourselves, everyone. Look at that, 4 aside. Sods, but we won. Sorry, not sorry. Right, my tea is done. So welcome on in for the start of the final dynasty today. Joining us, we have Baron Daffy, Baron Salmon, Baron Mero II, and Baron Komori. Welcome on in to our 4 barons here at the start, and it's looking pretty bad. When the new recruits with 1,000 gold are at the top of the list, you know that you're broke. Meanwhile, in the Grandees, we have a Grandee Morgrim, Grandee Whopper, Grandee Weldris II, and Grandee Sarkin. Welcome on in to all our Grandees as well. And finally, the Patricians, we have Lady Patrician Vivi, welcome on in. Lord Patrician Neko Jita, Lady Patrician Teenybert, and Lord Patrician Ephra II. And Vivi, welcome on in. I didn't see you join earlier, but I should have shouted you out. Sorry for that. So we believe it can be done. You know, we are good. We're going to start, as always, with the path to victory. We're going to declare ourselves, lock ourselves right in for a military ambition. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I shall be the biggest and bestest conqueror the kingdom has ever seen. Our warrior queen is sure to be remembered fondly, if she wins more battles than she loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Yeah, don't worry about the spy master getting out. Well, normally we do the coronation first, but I think, yeah, we'll do the coronation and then we'll go look at a smoking crater. Oh, Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Esimo, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Alright, let's get it over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Right, immediately. Spending money? Hell no. But wait. Is there anything here I actually want? Faith? Ugh. Not really. Gibbo, hello, welcome on in. Welcome back, Gibbo Nexus in the Barons. A Baron with some cash behind them. Yeah, I don't want the parade. Everyone, first vote of the game, type !vote followed by B, C or D, whichever option you'd like to see. The option with the most votes is the one we'll follow through on. Alright, that's all but 2 people, I believe. So we're good. We're going in the river. It is decided the Queen will be thrown into the river. And so it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurtling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the banks, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Yes, stifle that giggle. Alright, here we go. Your Majesty, the explosive ending of King Asimo's reign means that you don't exactly have a palace anymore. Yes, because you blew it up, damn you. Damn you all to the 7 hells. Ah, she's right. You're a proud owner of a smouldering pit. But don't worry, I can fix it right up with the appropriate funding, of course. The barons can fund it. New Baron Palace, right? You know, because I don't want to spend money on any of this. I'd quite like somebody else to pay for it. I cannot believe you'd make me spend money. What is this betrayal? Don't you know who I am? I am the Queen. I don't want to spend money. Oh. What happened there? Oh, Daffy, yeah. Try not to use too much punctuation. Stream Elements, see, Automod doesn't like it. Yeah. Yeah, no, see, that long ellipses, the long chain of dots there, that's something that will pick up on. I don't understand that language, Destroyer. But you can join us if you want. Just, I don't know where you'll be put. You've been placed in the Grandees. Oh, come on in. It's Polish? Oh, okay. Gonna make me spend money. I can't believe it. Usually I'd leap at the chance to innovate, but I think you're right, Your Majesty. We need to emphasize continuity. Rapid work begins on a new palace as the familiar tower rises over the capital once again. You feel a wave of relief pass through the city. Though some citizens joke that you shouldn't have blown up the old palace if you liked it so much. Damn, stability is high. Oof. Alright, eyes down everyone. It'll be time to pick our schemes for today and meet our pretenders. Elk of the Merrow bloodline, here we go. Charismatic marcher trapper stands before a blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. What a coup! Lavinia now sits on the throne and the barons are in charge. The other regions will already be scheming to depose her. Do we stay loyal to the new queen or cut our losses and put on the throne instead? So the options for barons is A, loyalist, or A, loyalist. No, there's also subterfuge and doppelganger, so obviously with loyalists you're helping me to win. Subterfuge, you want to replace my innermost council, and doppelganger, you find a body double to switch with me. Stay true to our queen. I love it. I love it. Loving the support, even though I wanted to charge you all for building a new palace. That settles it then. Glory to the queen and glory to the march. But we can always change up our minds. If Lavinia ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of her, the old-fashioned way. The Baron's goal is to aid the Queen by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the Queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. However, if defiance ever gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. Inari of the Nekojita family, well-known coastal political fixer, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Lavinia. Something must be done. Okay, Denari, what's it going to be? The goals for the patricians, the schemes available are A, sorcery, B, monopoly, or C, corruption. With sorcery, you're going to make a deal with a wizard. Monopoly, you're going to try and buy up the whole kingdom. And with corruption, you're going to try and bribe your way into the throne. What's it going to be, patricians? How many of you are there? Who are we missing? Teeny? Teeny, you got a little bit to vote. You can vote if you want. I'm going to do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move on. You could tie it up. Oh, you did it. Okay, there we go. Coin toss. Will it be monopoly or will it be corruption? It's corruption. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Well, look at this. Serafina looking humble. Ominous. Seraphina of the Sarkin lineage, infamous southern elder, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Grandees. Will it be A, intimidation, B, fervour, or C, excommunication? Intimidation involves infiltrating the palace with your forces and strong-arming me into doing what you want. Fervour is all about raising religious sentiments, and excommunication is about getting me kicked out of the church on a technicality. You know. Right, who are we missing? Destroyers voted Sarkin. Weldris. Oh, Whopper. Whopper, would you like to tie either A or C up with B? Whopper vote. I'll do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move on. Boom, boom. There we go. The grandee claimant Seraphina has been chosen by the Ninth God to be the next queen. She has promised a first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, the grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. I think that's safe. So, looking at our rogues gallery, we have the smug, questionable claimant Elk here. From the march, the barons are choosing to remain loyal, so they're going to want to help me keep my military up high. For the grandees, we have the ominous-looking Seraphina. From the south, our long-lost niece. The grandees are pursuing further, and so for the first stage of their scheme, they want to keep their farming at 5 or more in 4 seasons' time. It's currently at 7, so pretty safe bet. And finally, Denari, our scruffy, embittered step-sibling. They are from the coast, and the patricians have opted for corruption. Ergo, they want to make sure the kingdom's authority is 4 or less in 3 seasons' time. It's currently at 3, so pretty safe. But, you know, we start getting events that will rubber band it back up when it's low, so you never know. Looking around. Fine, call for unity. Well, let's deal with a jousting tournament first. Your Majesty, the Barons of March invite you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. Wonderful, I will compete myself. Superb, Your Majesty, I will send your acceptance directly. There we go. One day you're walking through the palace gardens when you're confronted by an unusual sight. One of your palace watch is standing guard, but instead of a pike, he's holding a mop. This is unacceptable. Sorry, Your Majesty. Last week, a grubby little urchin kicked me in the shins and stole me proper bike. I grabbed the first replacement I could find. And what if there was an assassin? I'd probably hide behind a decorative urn. I can only apologise, Your Majesty. The Palace Watch have been more incompetent than usual recently. It's obvious you need proper honour guard to protect you. But first, how can we improve the watch? Okay, good. We can't afford to spend money. You know what? We gotta do something. I think inviting the coastal soldiers would be better, but I don't mind having the harsher discipline either. While you vote on this, I'm going to nip to the bathroom right quick. I'll be back in a moment. Alrighty. Oh my god, we tied it up. Are we sure we want to leave it a tie? How many? Oh, there we go. Vivi, yes, there you go. I think you've swung it. One person is yet to vote, whoever it is. I'll do a final countdown. 1. Boom, boom. There we go. Enforce harsher discipline. Ugh. Punishing exercise regime works wonders on your watch's abs, though you're not too sure about their morale. One thing's clear from this mess, is that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe. Not like these kittens. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. No need to even ask, Marshal. The Queen knows that our veterans are the only ones with experience of real warfare. Made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath. It's got to be the veterans of the march. Come on, it wasn't going to be anyone else, was it? The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Real warfare on the losing side? Yeah, I mean the entire marching military of one. Oh, here we go again. The treasury's almost empty, Your Highness. What do you suggest we do? Well, apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. We could get a bank loan, or sell off crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most with buried piles of gold, or so I've heard. Ooh. I don't want to give anything away. A loan. Just make more. Just make more. Right? I don't think there's any reason. Oh, I'll press the wrong button. I don't think there's any reason why I wouldn't. Why wouldn't I? Frugal and brutal, yeah. Cash money. The Royal Mint begins churning out new coins, allowing you to pay off several old debts. There we go. Job is a good un. Tombs can be brutal, baby. Alright, what do we got here? Our first auction of the game. The Grandees may want C to increase their farming a bit. The Patricians may want F, the Theatre, to lower authority a bit. In other news, I don't know. D, the Fortress might be nice if the Grandees want to increase their military. E, the Cathedral would shore up faith. I mean, I think C and F are the ones related to schemes. Other than that, it's a bit of a crapshoot what you want to bid for. Maybe the Barons want A, the Grand Bazaar, so they can shore up their trade a bit. But here is everyone and all their money on the side. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else bid on will be refunded back to you. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Try not to miss out. What have we currently got? A and D. Grand Bazaar and the Fortress. All right. Boom. 10 seconds. What did we end up with? Vivi managed to get the theatre for F. Oh my god. And the fortress was made by Morgrim. Look at that. The Morgrim fort. Who have we got? A special guest? Oh, that's me going to the joust. And a proposition. The barons have assembled on a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. Fort Grim. A servant straps on your armor and helps you mount onto your horse. She hands you a lance as you ride out to the field. Welcome, one and all. We have a most thrilling guest today. As you ride your horse past the stands, nobles gasp and stare. Blow a kiss at the barons. Cheering erupts. The nobles stamp so hard that the stands tremble. When the jousting starts, you quickly realise your opponents swerve each time they approach. They don't want to hurt a queen. Puts a dent in a challenge, really. Bracing match, isn't it? You're beating everyone soundly. I'm going to make the most of my advantage, yeah. Why wouldn't I want to smack them about? Most of your opponents don't even dare touch you. One barely taps you with their lance. One deliberately falls off his own horse rather than risk regicide. The tournament loses its edge. The audience spends more time chatting than watching the action. The barons mutter that it isn't very sporting to play that way. At the end of the tournament, hey, money! Baron Komori hands you a bag of gold as your prize with a strained, toothy smile. Jousting is a serious business in the march. It is, and I've just made serious money. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since line parchment, I dare say. An expedition. To Chur. Sounds very churlish. Don't be so quick to judge. I implore you, the great unexplored, untamed wilderness across the Eastern Sea awaits. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? Who knows what they might find? Treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. Yes, tap in the sign. Can we do it for free? No. We're being told it's going to cost money, so we're not going to do it. Don't worry. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. I'm not wasting money on such a risk. She looks crestfallen but nods curtly. Very well, Your Highness. Perhaps your pile of gold will remain a pile. Perhaps another time. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? I don't mind, Chancellor. I rolled a 3. I'll have anyone. Hey up, Slippity. Welcome on in. Welcome back to the Pats. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the barons as we agreed before you took the throne. Right? Right? Okay. Alright, we are good at the minute. We are good. We'd be even more good if we got a little more money. I think this is fine. Yeah, let's do that. That's okay. We like cash. Overturning an old law. Okay, we're going to deal with the old law and then the plague of rats. This is very important over here. My liege, the previous monarch introduced a most unfair ban on hunting which has restricted us barons for far too long. I was hoping you could repeal it. We'd be very grateful. Yeah, let's bring it to the council. Cheers, let us undo the sins of the past. We are going to repeal it. 100%. Maybe we'll repeal it and get some money, but we're going to repeal it. It's kind of funny. I didn't tax the barons too heavy, so this is like the barons having to pay the tax at a belayed pace. But oh well, there we go. All's well that ends well. Hunting is back on the menu, everyone. Barons aren't overly enthusiastic about paying for their favourite pastime, but at this point they're so desperate they agree. I'm glad to live in a land of freedom again. The freedom to kill helpless animals. Cash money. Randy Morgrim strides into the council chambers distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. Morgrim put that rat away. The fields and barns of the south are overrun with vermin. With no more poison for these horrible things, we can't cope anymore. You know what? I don't want to spend money. So yeah, take that rat and go. The south should sort itself out, right? It's gotta be. Don't make me spend money. I don't like it. I'm allergic. No, take the rat and go. I don't want to spend 500 gold on cats. What even is 500 gold's worth of cats? How many is that? What are they? Like, what? 5 gold a cat? Oh yeah, that's premium. Cats should be like a copper penny a piece. This is thousands of them. You don't need thousands of cats. You need like two really good ones, like Tom from Tom and Jerry. They'll get the rats. We want cats? No. Can't believe you would do this to me. Spend my money I just stole from you on cats. I'd call it a bargain. Cats it is, yeah. Grandy Morgan bows you deeply. Yeah, take your cats and get out of here. I can't thank you enough, Your Majesty. You're welcome. You send a caravan of cats over to the south. By the time they've reached their destination, they're both hungry and very angry. The perfect rat-catching mindset. Wait to see what happens. 80%. Okay. But despite a promising start, the cats prefer lazing around in the sun to actually catching vermin. The Grandees lament the foolishness of the council. I told you, do nothing. We should have done nothing. Never trust a cat. I have found freedom. The cats have spoken. Oh dear. I have found 3 potential matches for you. One eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely or be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see them. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. From the coast, we have Aurelia, wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Celebrity Sipes' estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous and she's got a silver tongue too. Her interests are typical of the coast: money, 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 and making more of it, and she's scarily good at it. I'm in love. Okay, right, look, I like money, she likes money. We have so much in common. She wouldn't have let me spend money on cats. She'd be anti-cat as well. I like it. From the south, we have Fabian, eldest heir to Sarkin lineage. They're reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? They got in trouble with the Inquisition for an interest in potion brewing and the occult, but show no signs of quitting. The most common criticism of them is that they sometimes skip church. Oh, don't know. I mean, I don't mind it, but I prefer the patrician. And finally, we have the Marches offering. Martin, Skyne of the prestigious Marrow bloodline. A typical baron, really. Loud, brash, and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Like most of the barons, his great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from his crossbow. Oh, and he's not popular with the peasantry. Something about him sets their teeth on edge. You have to marry Martin? Do I? He likes to kill animals, which is cool. But money. I mean, ooh. Okay, what do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. You know what? I've made a decision. It's Aurelia. It's money. It's money. Money. Little Miss Moneybags over here. Gonna give me stacks of cash. I love it. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. So then, in a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Good news, my friend. The palace officials have been more accepting of my bribes. They're becoming more and more open to corruptions. What are you getting in return? Oh, not much. Better seats in the council chamber, access to the Queen's rooms when she's out, that sort of thing. But the important thing is that the Queen's staff are getting used to selling their principals to the highest bidder. So what's next? Palace staff are one thing, but the true prize would be the loyalty of the Chancellor and the rest of the Queen's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish their respect for the Queen. If a kingdom is in chaos, they will see the Queen as an incompetent fool and will be much more open to our bribes. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. I like money. What? Hold up. What? It's only been 2 seasons. I thought I'd have loads more time before this happened. What? Already? As you ordered, Your Majesty, the Royal Mint has churned out thousands of new coins using cheap gold-like metals. The treasury is technically replenished. My genius is almost frightening, but it's also devaluing the currency across the kingdom. A loaf of bread now costs 100 times what it used to. Something must be done. If this gets any worse, our currency will be worthless. I would like to say that there is nothing wrong with this. All is well, all is good. Just let the good times roll. A is the way. You wouldn't want a shitty foreign currency. My economics lecturer would have a stroke looking at this. There's nothing wrong. Nothing at all. Nothing, no problems. Damn, I can't believe it. I can't believe you do this to me. Okay, I see the way the wind is blowing. Shout out to the barons for not joining the plot. Predictably enough, absolutely everyone, from the lowest peasant to the highest noble, is outraged to find their money is suddenly worthless. The resulting chaos makes buybacks difficult and fraud is rampant. Riots consume every major city. Well, well, well. Here we go. Lord Patrician Nekojita is here to see you, Your Majesty. He wants to sell you a crab. Of course he does. It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare, one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Alright, Neko, come on, sell me your crabs. Oh dear. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you the crabs will only go up in value. They better. Wait. Yeah, ban them. You're right. I don't like spending money, do I? And the crabs. Make it illegal. Of course, such a drastic measure will require a vote. You summon a council at once. Stop the crabs. Stop them. Alright, here's the deal, everyone. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Royal gamble on A. Give me money. And all crabs. No crabs allowed. This might be a very short game. The lay of the land doesn't look good. The only thing I've got in my favour is the fact both the Pats and the Grandees are making good progress on schemes. Or else it could be a very short and bloody civil war coming up. Thank you for banning the crabs. Now the sale of crabs is illegal, the pinchy little creatures are more valuable than ever. Gangs of crab smugglers spring up along the coast, murdering each other over profitable reefs. Thousands of fishermen start hunting crabs instead of the fish that sustain the coastal diet. I don't know about another game. Because that's the trouble, like a single game of this can go on from anywhere to 2 to 3 hours. So I don't like to double book them because I'll be knackered if I have to do like an hour-long game now and the next one is like 3 hours. You know, there won't be another game. Your wedding to Aurelia is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Aurelia at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do, Archie, yes, I do. And I pronounce you queen and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Aurelia, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech in which she flatters you outrageously. By the time you find yourself alone with Aurelia, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Make sure my daughter's happy, I'll try. Thrifty's health gotta come first. Thank you, Whopper. You dance so very beautifully. It is such a wonderful day, isn't it? I don't know. I'm kind of stressed out at a minute. This shocks her at first, and then she smiles. Me neither. I suppose it's the game we must play. Let's drop the act, shall we? With pleasure. Well, what should we talk about? I'm so used to steering conversation into safe waters, I've forgotten how to let it run its natural course. Just tell me what you're passionate about. Making money. No sound is sweeter than the clinking of coins. Oh, I was nervous about today. Me too, not that I'd let myself show it. From there, the conversation flows like fine wine. You pass a bottle back and forth, laying bare your deepest fears and hopes. At night's end, you join your wife in bed, feeling for the first time you glimpse her real feelings. There we go, we are good. Deep in the back room of the royal palace, the marcher barons are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by coloured string. The Queen didn't marry Martin, but at least she married someone. Now she just needs to get on with finding an heir. Aye, the clock is ticking. The patricians have managed to erode the Queen's authority so much that palace officials are now freely taking bribes. I bloody well caught my servant with a new gold necklace just last week. Don't worry, grandchildren will come. Then we've got to keep up, but Queen Lavinia isn't going anywhere on our watch. The barons must continue to aid the Queen by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the Queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. Prophesized Ninth Herald has manifested on Celestath, taking the form of a humble noble known as Serafina, who hails from farming town in the Southern Hills. Also the Grandees claim. Peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Serafina. I knew you could do it. The plentiful crops have been a significant boon to our economy. Now that's what I call a miracle. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against this false queen. The people still need a push, however, with just the right amount of chaos. Oh no, the peasants will take up arms and die for you. Oh god. Oh god. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Here we go, Grand Pats. Oh god, I've got a stability problem. I need to fix it. And both of them can rebel. Alright. A helping hand. Let's start with that, and then Saint or Sinner, and then Panic in the Council. Yeah, it's something I wanted to ask of you. What can I do? As you surely know, I run a very successful jeweller's guild back home in the coast. But the current laws are a little restrictive for my trade. Lots of tariffs and regulations, you know how it is. I was hoping you could push for some changes in the council. Eliminate some of the import duties on Ateshi jewels. You want me to give the coast preferential treatment? I think it's only fair. The other regions just can't compete with us in the jewellery trade anyway. Fine, I'll assemble the council. Marvellous, I'll see you there. What can I do to get you to give me this? Reduce the import. Let me have a happy wife, please. Okay, let me do it. In fact, I'm going to use the veto here. Give me what I want, or give me nothing. There we are, cash money. Okay, it's working out. The other regions are outraged by the clear nepotism that's taking place, but Aurelia pays them no mind. As the profit pours in, she even shares a portion of the income with the treasury. Saint or sinner? All I'm saying is, every grandee claims to have a saint in his ancestry. Your great-great-grandfather is probably a common dullard. Shut your mouth, you hedge-born puzzlewit. His name was St. Umber, and he defeated the werewolf of Aranjar by turning it into dust in an instant, according to my grandmother. If you're so sure, how about a little wager? A bag of gold says your ancestor was no saint. You're on! St. Umber is here. Not another petty dispute. Lady Patrician Vivi is spreading damnable lies about my great-great-grandfather. If you really think he was a saint, then dig him up. Saints are incorruptible. Even after death, they don't decay. Hedge-born puzzlewit, yes. I request the council's permission to exhume my ancestor and prove this full wrong. You know what? I'll gamble for a gamble. You can pay me royal gamble money to dig up a dead body. Vote A, everyone. It's a coin toss. Alrighty, okay, we are good on that. Very good on it. Bless you, Your Highness. Now where's my shovel? A few days later, the corpse of Weldris II's great-great-grandfather is exhumed from its resting spot in the southern necropolis. Praise be, I was right. Centuries in the ground, but old St. Umber looks fresh as a daisy. Wow, it really is a miracle. Fine, take your money. Word quickly spreads of the miracle of St. Umber. Peasants across the south add another name to their prayers. Hey, we are good. Everyone's good. Right? We don't need to rebel. Right? Your Holiness, I bring bad news from the south. We are receiving reports of... I'm sure your news can wait. I bring urgent tidings from the march that demand the Queen's attention at once. Wait your turn, you ignorant dolt. Why don't you settle your quarrel outside? Meanwhile, I have news from the coast that really is urgent. Auto Gamer, yeah, you can join in. It's all good. And out, one at a time. Auto Gamer, where are you? There you are. You're in the Barrens. Welcome aboard. The cities of the south are being consumed with riots on a weekly basis. Our citizens want to overthrow the Queen and elect a more competent ruler. Bloody hell. Is that all? By the ninth? Order in the march has broken down, Your Majesty. Some battalions have killed their officers and begun roving the wilderness, acting like common bandits. My news is worse still. The industries of the coast are in grave danger. The workers are striking. They demand fewer hours and higher pay. All of these problems have arisen because the kingdom is increasingly unstable, Your Majesty. Something must be done. Agreed. Make sure these issues are dealt with, my Chancellor. Unfortunately, we lack the resources to tackle all these problems at once. We must vote on which matter to prioritise. Oh. Pro-Baron? I mean, I am, yeah. I would like to help the Barons. So, hunt down the outlaws and deserters in the march is probably the one I'd support myself. The Queen is out of tricks. The Queen hasn't got a veto. We just got the monarch's vote. That's it. The Queen's there with a bag of trips, so it's all empty. Right, I'm going to go to the bathroom right quick and get a fresh drink. I'll be back in a moment. No. Be all the way. Here we go. Break them up. Thanks to a helpful snitch, your marshal discovers the location of the outlaws' hideouts in the march. Over the next month, the deserters are subjected to swift public trials, followed by even swifter public executions. The army is depleted, but much more disciplined. Depleted? Depleted, they say. The crisis in the march has been quashed, making the kingdom as a whole slightly more stable, but the nobles of other regions feel you're ignoring their problems. That's because I am. Alright. Final call for rebellion. I'll do a final countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move on. Okay, here we go. We got an auction. On track for a holy crusade, you say? Let's have a look. We got the... Well, look, here's the deal. Barons, if we can get the library over the line, we can stall out the other schemes. St. Umber is coming. Barons are loyalists at the minute. Grandpats may want the prison to lower stability instead. Here is everyone and their money. Did somebody join while I was in the bathroom? Oh, no, that's Auto. Well, come on in anyway. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will get refunded. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when 10 seconds are left. If I could type without misspelling left. Right, what are we looking at? E and B, E and C, Prison and Cathedral. Ten seconds. Okay, cool. Grandy's a big faith, and our stability has gone down again. We are not looking good. This is looking ropey as hell. We can double dip. Your Majesty, I assume you're familiar with the Grandee's latest puppet, the so-called Ninth Herald. Serafina, she's a fraud. Quite so, yet the Grandees are pushing Serafina as their claimant to your throne, to be put there by force if necessary. Unfortunately, the kingdom's going through a rough period. You'll need to stabilize as quickly as possible. Oh, spend money? No. I don't want to spend money. We'll put this down and delay Serafina, I'd assume. Wait, what? Why are the patricians voting for... I may have made a mistake. I'm gonna spend money, aren't I? Gotta increase your popularity? I don't want to be popular. I want to be rich. There we go. There we go. Dear. Okay, what's that total? 15 votes? Right, those 3 of you who have yet to vote. 3, 2, 1, and we'll be moving on. So get in now if you're going to get in at all. Suddenly, Grandees. The High Inquisitor sends one of her most trusted servants to the south. If anyone can expose these so-called miracles, it will be him. It won't delay the Grandees forever. As one miracle is debunked, another even more extravagant is promised. Many southern peasants don't care either way. The Grandees' stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Your Majesty, I was recently accosted in the halls of the Royal Palace by Lady Patrician Vivi. Oh no, did you have to make small talk? No, Your Majesty, I was at least spared that fate. But Your Majesty, I'm pretty sure she offered me a bribe. It was subtle, but the offer was there. She's bold enough to offer me a bribe. You can be assured the rest of your nobles have also been approached. Timo, there you go. Welcome to the Grandees. And, Wild Twitch... What? Wild Twitch, there we go. You're in the Patricians. Welcome on in. Wild Twitch the real. Oh, okay. Welcome on in. Even the Chancellor, even the Chancellor, even the Marshal, even the Marshal, even the Treasurer, especially the Treasurer. I'm awaiting words from my little birds. but my instinct is that you can trust the Chancellor. The rest of them, I'm not so sure. We need to call a vote to see if we can stop this sort of behaviour from becoming commonplace. Especially, yes, 100%. Now this I can get behind because I gain money. Oh, what was that? Hey, thank you, Wild Twitch, for the follow. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying things. The kingdom's looking a bit rough, not gonna lie. Monarchs, vote on A. Vote with me for A. I want cash money. Don't you want cash money? We all like cash money, right? I can't believe... Well, I mean, they're both delayed one season, so I guess that's fair. I wanted the cash, though. Yeah, 11 votes. B is through. This is an outrage. Why are you picking on me? Everyone in this council has done a bit of bribery in their day. The investigation into Lady Patrician Vivia's personal finances will take up a lot of her time. You hampered the Patricians' efforts. Their stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Your marriage to Aurelia has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Oh, okay. That was my mistake. I don't want to spend money, so common tax for everyone. No tax breaks. Only rebellions, apparently. Your Highness, the incorruptible corpse of St. Umber has become a sensation among the faithful. Every day pilgrims visit my manor to pray at his feet. But their muddy feet are ruining my carpets. May I take St. Umber's body on a tour of the kingdom instead? After all, the regions outside the south could do with a little reminder of the knife's power. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion, perhaps we should study this phenomena instead of mindlessly worshipping it. See, everyone cover your ears before she says anything more. Na 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 na. Allow the grand tour of St. Umber. I mean, I don't want the tour to go ahead, really. Maybe rebury it. I mean, we've done it. Oh my. It's not going well, is it? All right, okay, I see. The tour will go ahead. Randy Weldris II loads St. Umber's corpse onto a wagon and trundles across the bleak hills of the march and along the winding coast. Soon he has attracted a following, barefoot pilgrims in muddy robes chanting the dead saint's name. But when the travelling saint reaches the march, disaster strikes. Your Majesty, we don't yet have a full picture of the situation, but dozens of march of peasants died horribly as soon as they entered the presence of the saint. Oh, because the faith is low in the march. The march is in a state of panic, as are my priests. We'll have to wait for Grandee Weldrith II to return and tell us exactly what happened. Uh-oh. Greetings, Your Majesty. Ever since the sale of jewel crabs was outlawed, crab smugglers are damn near taking over the coast. To make matters worse, the local sheriffs are so deep in the smugglers' pockets they may as well be lint. But I made the sale of crabs illegal. You did, Your Majesty, which is why I'm calling them smugglers and not legitimate businessmen. Rival smugglers are murdering each other on the beaches. It's carnage out there. We're not going to legalise it. I don't want to spend money. I prefer the strongly worded reprimand. We got to keep the crabs illegal. Okay, alright, it's still kind of close. We're going to do a final countdown of 3, 2, 1. If you've yet to vote, get in there. The new crab squad proves a great success, arresting dozens of crab smugglers within their first month. They invite you to personally inspect their confiscated goods, proudly showing off a heap of sparkling crabs, tall as a house. You watch solemnly as they are set on fire. The smell is delicious. We set the crabs on fire? Oh no! Whoops! Your Majesty, the situation in the march is dire. Our once proud army lies in ruins, and our medium border lies undefended. I'm sure I don't need to remind Your Majesty of the danger those bastards pose. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the march. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? An extensive marcher recruitment campaign needs to be undertaken. B is the way. Oh. I can't believe the two factions liable to rebel next season are voting to keep the marchers without any military. What a shock. What a surprise. Okay, I think that's through. God damn. No. You're just going to leave us out to dry? The kingdom's instability makes it imperative that we're able to protect ourselves. We're nigh defenseless. Indeed, bandits and outlaws of all kinds quickly find the march a profitable place to conduct their operations. Oh god. Oh god, no, you're rebelling. Oh no. Well. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians at a coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Greetings, Lady Patrician. I'd like to introduce you to some of our friends. Good afternoon, noble patricians. A pleasure, as always. Hello, is this the right place? Ugh, smells like fish. Wow, I take it my colleagues' arguments most persuasive then. Indeed, Lady Patrician Vivi made some excellent points about the Queen's incompetence. The most persuasive part was the giant bag of gold. Unfortunately, the Spymaster and Chancellor still remain beyond our grasp. But with these two in our pocket, we can do a great many things. We just need to decide our approach. Alright. What's it gonna be? Bring down the Queen in a bribery scandal that involves raising others' defiance? Or bankrupt the kingdom and buy the throne outright that involves lowering the treasury? Bribery scandal, it seems. We don't get it though because you rebelled. Yeah, once you rebel, it's kind of locked out. So after all this, our plan is to make the Queen look like the corrupt one. Yes, after all. Isn't her court absolutely rotten with bribes and scandals worse than it's been in centuries? Of course it is, and we're to blame. The general public don't need to know that part. We just need to ensure the other nobles hate the Queen enough to support our version of events. For the final stage of their scheme, the patricians must raise the other regions' defiance to a combined total of at least 19, or ensure another region begins a rebellion. The south swells with devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see Serafina, the Ninth's Herald. In the picturesque town of Aranjar, the Grandee's holy claimant delivers a speech to rocorous applause. Two figures stand in the alcove nearby. If our army were strong enough, we could take the palace by force. A crusade? That sounds promising. I suggest we leave it up to the Ninth God. Surely he will intervene on Serafina's behalf. Raise military or raise faith? I mean, I think the crusade is probably the nicest of the two. We've seen the miracle so many times over the years. Not that it matters, because I think the Civil War is going to knock me out of the game anyway. I don't think we're going to survive. Got one loyalist force with 0 military. It's time for the Ninth God. Death to the Pretender, death to Queen Lavinia. For the final stage of their scheme, Grandees must raise their military to 10. Not that it matters. They're in rebellion. And I think we are done. Yeah, oh! Okay, we get to see the power of a saint, so that's a rare one, right? This is them using Saint Umber in the Civil War. Haha! Let's go. At long last, the patricians have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Lord Patrician Wild Twitch the Real. Oh no, Wild Twitch. His smile gleaming in the light of the braziers. The patricians of the coast will bring you down, pretender to the throne. We'll rise up and fight for Denari, the true monarch. Tapping the sign, yes. As you all know, my roleplay, the Queen is brutal. It's never good to be the messenger. It isn't. It really isn't. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Seize him. Come along now, traitors, get the chop. Oh no. What? But you can't do this. I'm an envoy. See how the Queen's tyranny grows worse by the day. Your watchman wastes no time. Lord Patrician Wild Switch the Real. He's dragged out to the courtyard and his head is struck from his shoulders. I didn't expect him to move so boldly, Your Majesty. Salutes in chat, everyone. The kill count climbs to number 1, and I don't think it's going to move off that. Salutes. Wild Switch, the first has died. Wild Switch, the second will be here, though. What are our chances against the rebels? Well, we're badly outnumbered. Your hopes are slim. Oh dear, how did things get this bad? The leader of the rebellion is Lord Patrician Ephra II. He's citing your past transgressions. The fact that you blew up the palace, your ban on the sale of jewel crabs. Oh god, can't we kill them all? Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So here we are, civil war. That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There'll be a lot of death and suffering before this is all over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Alright. So, opening strike, and then we'll do Power of a Saint. My dear grandees of the South, thank you for joining us in our righteous war against the tyrant Queen Lavinia. The ninth god called upon us to join the fight. Oh, Zirconus. Sorry, I didn't see you join. Where are you? There you are. Welcome on in. Is there anyone else I missed? Oh, I don't think so, but welcome. The ninth god called upon us to join the fight. We saw that your cause was righteous. Of course it is. Now, before you commit your troops, you must decide where to direct your opening strike. We can launch a preemptive strike against the barons. If we suspect the barons will join our cause, we can call them to war. We could also call upon the church to condemn the queen, or finally, we could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. What happens to the preemptive strike when the defender has 0 military? Does it, like, do something else? Petition to support the church? Okay, well, that's... I mean, yeah, it would be an auto win. It gives the rebels victory points, so okay. We're going for support of the church. I can't believe Archie would abandon me. Thank you for meeting with me, Your Holiness. Your message was most heartfelt. How could I turn down those in need? We're all the ninth god's children, after all. Oh, I couldn't agree more. And on that subject, the church has been suffering a lot lately, hasn't it? The Queen hasn't been giving you the support you deserve. We can call this a crusade even if it's not the crusade ending, right? Yeah, technical crusade. That's how to view it. A technical one. Alas, it is true, the Queen has strayed far from the light of the ninth. It breaks my heart, but a queen with so little concern for the kingdom's spiritual health can scarcely be considered a queen at all. Now, Serafina, on the other hand, if she ever finds herself on the throne, should be sure to make substantial contributions to the church coffers. I can't believe it's not a crusade. Wow, not butter. Now, you know I care not for money. I only care about what's best for the kingdom. And what's best for the kingdom is a monarch who cares about the church. I'll lend you my full support gladly. Thank you, Your Holiness. Go with God. Fortunately for the Queen, the power of the church has waned so much that news of the Archbishop's stance is met with a collective shrug. Wait, really? Huh? I didn't know that could happen. Faith up and then down, yeah. Nobody cared. Oh, it's too weak. Okay, the faith isn't high enough. Your Majesty, my priests have reported back what happened in the south last season. Grandee Weldress II was touring the kingdom, ushering people into the presence of St. Umber. Everything was going well until a rabble of march of commoners entered the presence of the saint. They cracked jokes about how it was not a miracle but a scam. St. Umber's eyes lit up with holy fire. The commoners withered and rotted and died on the spot, as though struck by 1,000 years in a single moment. All that remained was dust and skeletons. We're not sure how they died. What does this mean? The Saint of Decay strikes down unbelievers, and the rebellious grandees will turn this against you, if they can. I hope for your sake that your loyalists are faithful to the knife. God, no! This is a rare one. I don't want to do this. I'd like to see nothing can be done just to see what it does. But it's up to the barons. It's up to our loyal barons. Never seen this one before. Try see. And then pray. Well, it looks like we're going to pray extra hard and see what happens. Pray extra hard. Yeah, pray to win. The barons promise to bathe in holy water and recite their prayers thrice daily. Hopefully it's enough to protect them in battle. In their next battle against you, the Grandee's troops are carrying the Saint of Decay upon a palanquin. As your troops get near the Saint's eyes, light up with holy rage. Across the battlefield, soldiers wreathe and convulse, swords and armour rust away. Your marcher troops collapse into dust, their screams dying on their lips. The Grandees charge forward. Oh no! Pressing their advantage, only a few of your soldiers have survived the Saint's judgment, and they are easily dispatched. It's a massacre. Damn, 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 damn! Those cowards, outsourcing their fighting to some dead god botherer. It's an utter disaster. I'll do my best to salvage it, but we can't let our troops get near that saint. Court Marshal puts her head in her hands. You tiptoe away before she starts smashing things. Oh dear. Yeah, a report comes in. Oh, okay. Well, look, I'm not gonna lie. This is all surplus. We're not in the land of schemes anymore. Oh dear. I'd imagine it'd be 2 or 3, maybe. Really? Really? My heir? You must have noticed that the barons aren't happy, Your Majesty. Yeah. The rebels have numbers on their side. If the march joins the rebellion, all will be lost. It's high time you ask the barons directly what they need. I'll do it. Where would I be without you? There's a hint of a smile and then it's gone. When you call the council, the barons whisper amongst themselves, glancing in your direction. Great God, what's the point of this session? Since when does the Queen care about what we have to say? Damn your eyes! Can't believe you're belly aching. There's a war on. You're not the ones out on the field, are you? I just hope we can all have a productive time. Advise me with military. Oh, wait, what? Veto D? D? Well, I mean, I'm spending money either way. I just wanted B because it was cheap and it wouldn't piss them off. I'm pro Baron, yeah, so I wouldn't want to ignore them. I'm just in a rough spot right now, to be honest. As if B will succeed. Look, we live in hope. Oh, God, okay. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll be moving on. The treasurer arranges the funds, and after a few weeks she comes to see you regarding it. I'm pleased to say the crops are thriving. The army marches on its stomach. The troops now march in step with confidence. Perhaps more importantly, the barons are praising your generosity. We can only hope their good mood lasts. Alright, we've got a point of military. Alright. A great battle. Vast armies darken the landscapes like shadows of clouds. Flags of flying drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace poring over a giant map. Your Majesty, the army of the coast is trying to link up with the army of the south. If we take them both on at once, we're in real trouble. We're only hoping the barons against both armies at once are outnumbered, but perhaps they can take one of the rebel armies. We have no choice but to strike one or the other before it's too late. What are your orders? Tell them to go after the coastal army. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to the commander in the field. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on a battlefield. Alright, barons. Fight the grandees, fight the patricians, or hang back. Can't believe you would hang back like this. You cowards! Cowards! Hey barons, did you save the kingdom yet? The kingdom is wrecked. Oh dear. Yeah, Amy, we got the St. Umber Rebel event where it just showed up and beamed down a bunch of barons in combat. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting anxiously for the marshal's return. Finally, she bursts into your throne room. Those damn cowards! Brave and treacherous, yellow-bellied, lily-livered, chicken-hearted bastards! Marshal, report. Instead of engaging in the enemy, the barons told their army to just hang back and do nothing. They sat pretty in their camp and scratched their asses while the entire coastal army walked on by. I'll have their heads for this. If you win, which now looks less likely, we're defenceless now, Your Majesty. The armies of the patricians and grandees were encamped outside the city walls in a matter of weeks. If we want to see the year's end, we must build up fortifications, stockpile food, train up citizens' militia. It's time to pray to the Ninth, Your Majesty, because apart from him, we're on our own. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... The council is filled with nervous silence. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out in polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. My liege, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Lavinia II. Huzzah, Your Highness. I'm sure little Lavinia II will grab to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. I mean, bid as you please, I guess. It doesn't really matter. It's going to be over. Like, starting the bidding, type fund, exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the item you'd like to fund, followed by the amount of money you need to fund it with. Top 2 items will be built and take effect. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in. Yada, yada, yada. I need to know how you all got here. I guess I'm watching the replay. It was messy. It involved hyperinflation. Oh dear. Yeah, so we got a somewhat rare event with St. Umber. A mega aqueduct and a library. Thanks! Oh dear. All regions have rebelled. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. Patricians began their assault last night, and since then you've heard nothing outside but the screams and howls and the clash of blades. After the capital is in flames, soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honor guards are in the streets outside the palace, building barricades and organising last-ditch defences. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. The royal court is empty except for you, your wife, and your daughter, cradled in the arms of her nanny, and her crying is giving you a headache. We'll be alright, won't we? We'll survive this. It's up to the ninth to decide. I suppose so. You wait and stew outside. She screams and clashes get louder. Finally, your spy master arrives, out of breath, her face stained by smoke and blood. They'll be here any moment, Your Majesty. You must saddle your horse and escape the city. I know of a secret passage. Excellent, we're saved. Show me where to go. You follow the spy master down a hidden trapdoor behind your throne. Aurelia accompanies you, as does the nanny, still holding your daughter in her arms. The capital is lost, but you can get it back. The grandees have agreed to shelter you while you plot your revenge. At least some people are still loyal. After crawling down a secret tunnel for what feels like hours, you spill out into a leafy courtyard. 4 horses are waiting. As you saddle them up, you hear a wet thud behind you, followed by the sound of something rolling across the floor. Salutes. Your spy master is lying dead on the ground. Her head is missing. Lord Patrician Ephra II stands over the body, flanked by a dozen soldiers, his longsword stained red. Never liked ideas above her station. Your nanny runs off, still clutching your daughter in her arms. At least that's a ray of hope. Even if you die now, your heir still lives. Lord Patrician Ephra, please have mercy. What have we ever done to you? Quiet! You have nothing to fear. I'm not here for you. Get it over with. As you wish. With a triumphant smirk, Lord Ephra II makes a sharp gesture. The coastal soldiers step forward, swords at the ready. I genuinely wish we could have settled this peacefully. War is bad for business, but you've been so unreasonable. I'll be more most satisfied to watch yours die. Brace yourself. Instead of killing you, the soldiers seize you and drag you back towards the palace. Your ordeal isn't over. Your wife is dragged off too, kicking and screaming. You never see her again. You can only hope Lord Patrician Ephra kept his promise and no harm came to her. After a week rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched out to a public platform, jeered at by thousands of peasants. You cringe under a barrage of rotten fruit and fresh dung. Lord Patrician Ephra II sits in the front row, grinning. The rebels have won. The capital has been taken. You are a former queen. Damn, I hoped you'd have honour guards with you. Yes. Oh dear. Wildress awaits you, his blade gleaming in the blood-red light of dawn. It feels so impersonal. Whatever happened to the big bloke with an axe? Hey, to Modest Pickle, I'm sorry, we're about to end. It's over. I'm about to be executed, I'm afraid. But welcome on in. Hello to both of you. The crowd stares up, eager to hear your last words. Citizens of the kingdom, avenge my death! You place your head in the hole. The blade falls so quickly you scarcely have time to wonder if... Swish! Your head bounces into Lord Patrician Ephra II's lap, and your reign comes to a gruesome end. Wait. Oh no. Bug sighted. Oh no, look at that. Oh no, we can't end the game. Oh no. I guess we'll have to call it a draw. The barons joined the rebellion. Did that cause this? It was a stalemate. Good show. Good show. Yeah, there we go. That's the end of it. Oh, did the barons rebelling cause it to end? Soft lock when the third faction joined in. Oh, okay. If they join in before it's about to end anyway. Yeah. Well, that's it for this dynasty. That is in fact her final form. Yes. Now, for everyone listening who's concerned mostly with King of the Castle, I'm going away on holiday for the next 2 weeks. When I return, we'll be doing a whole new dynasty. I'll be doing a vote on the Discord channel as what regions we play as. But yeah, GG everyone. It's been a fun few months. We've cleared out the last of the achievements I needed to get. I don't know what was that noise. Thank you, Destroyer, for the follow. There we are. Look at that. But yeah, thank you, everyone. What are we going to do next, I guess, is the big question. The air is supposed to be harboured off in any remaining loyal region. Oh, there is no loyal region for the air to go off to. Okay. Well, it is what it is. We don't need to worry. Nine Kings, what other games? Nine Kings I could do, but I kind of feel like I may as well wait for it to get a full release now. Right? Because they're just putting the final polish on. If I understand it right. Hold on, let me bring the break up. 9 kings, that's a short dynasty. Yes, 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 yes. Joke, joke, joke. I mean, I'm tempted by Crusader Kings 3. We got 9 kings, we got Forever Winter, we got Sworn. It wouldn't be bad to do Dungeon Monarch or Monster Hunter Wilds. Also, oh yeah, when's the Mount and Blade Bannerlords DLC coming out? Like the ship fighting. I'm looking forward to that. No, I've still got like 3 to 5 achievements left to get in Dungeon Monarch. Yeah. Well, I mean, I exhausted 9 Kings for achievements in the previous update. I know they've added a bunch of new stuff, but I'm kind of the mindset. Hold on. Let's go back to King of the Castle so people can see what people are saying on the screen. I'm kind of leaning towards waiting for 9 Kings because, like, the next update will be like 1.0, right? It'll be the full release. New game modes, keep balancing. Oh, okay, challenges and ranked. Okay, maybe. Yeah, it looks like they're going to add more modes to the game. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The game has just ended, although it's crashed out. So yeah, let's have a vote on what to do for a few hours